What's your name?
Oh, hey, I'm Marnie.
How old are you?
I'm not answering that question.
Where are we going today and what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I'm married to this guy. His name's Chris Pettit, and his family's all Catholic and stuff, which is fine. We're not, but we're going to this mass, and I don't really, for his dead grandmother, I don't really know what the whole point of a dead mass is or what they're calling it, but apparently we're supposed to go and get yellow roses, boutonnieres on our dresses, which nobody's gonna like. My whole family's gonna gripe about. But his grandfather has been calling us all week long about this dead mass that we're supposed to go to for his great grandmother, and we have to drive an hour to get there one way, which is okay, but it's 10 o'clock. We've been up since 8, and I prefer to go to church around 11, not and wake up at 10. It kind of works better, but I don't know. I mean, I knew his grandmother. Y'all call her great grandma. Your dad called her grandma. I knew his great grandmother, like, I met her, I guess when I was 14 or 15. So I'm not going to tell you how many years that is.
A lot of years.
Shut up. But she always told me I looked good and I was losing weight even if I gained 30 pounds. So that was nice. And she was really happy to have granddaughters and stuff because there were only boys born into her family for like 40 something years. But I wasn't really close to her or anything like that, and I don't really know what to do at a mass or anything like that, except that we gotta kneel on our knees and pray and stuff. And yes, you'll all kneel, everybody. Other than that, I don't really get the whole point because honestly, when I die, bury me butt up, I don't care. But celebrate the awesomeness that I was and don't have a dead mass for me. That's just creepy. That's what I think about it. What?
You done?
Huh?
You done?
I don't know. I don't think I have anything else to say about Grandma. Except I knew her better than y'all. And she kind of became, she had Alzheimer's towards the end of her life for about, I don't know what, like 5 or 6 years. So she was crazy. And I had to reintroduce myself every time I saw her, but that's okay. I mean, it was cool, but and I mostly saw her 2 or 3 times a year for the past, we've been married 23 years. She died 2 years ago. I don't know. I just don't know what to expect, except that it's probably gonna be boring, and I'm probably gonna be people watching and staring at the interior and the glass, the stained glass, and I won't have they do this incense thing, I don't know, like smoky thing, and as long as I'm not too close to that, because I have some really awesome perfume right now on from Pink or Victoria's Secret, and I really don't want the incense thing smelling me up, and we're gonna have to go eat lunch with them, and as long as it's not at Golden Corral, I'm all cool. But I'm not going to Golden Corral to celebrate Grandma's death mass. It's not going to happen. And if the Pettit family wants to go there, I'm going to speak up and I'm going to say, you know what? I'd rather go stand in a field and all of us pick our nose and eat like grass out of the ground, okay? Because going to Golden Corral is disgusting. And it's just not going to happen. I don't need an all-you-can-eat buffet. I need some food that doesn't have 500 other people's contaminated germy boogers on it. So I'm not going to Golden Corral. That's my opinion about the mass.
What's your name?
Chris Pettit.
How old are you?
25.
So, what are we doing today and what's your thoughts on it?
We're driving out to Richland Hills to go to a remembrance mass.
Oh, it's not a dead mass?
No, it's remembrance mass for my grandmother. Not my great-grandmother, but my grandmother.
How many times your grandfather called us? Like 4 times? Your phone, my phone.
He called us a number of times.
Lucky guy. do you think about it, Pettit?
Oh, what am I thinking about it? Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm driving. It's kind of hard to think and drive sometimes.
Whoa, that's a scary thought.
So, so we're going to the Remembrance Mass. It's kind of a beat down because it's not really a huge deal. It's more for him, not for her. We're having to drive 2 hours back and forth to basically go to Catholic Mass with my grandfather to hear my grandmother's name in remembrance. That's what we're going to do. And if it wasn't for the fact that we were spending time with my parents and Marnie's parents today, just to say hi and all that, this would not be something I would really do, just because it's 2 hours worth of driving to hear my grandmother's name.
Is that all you have to say?
Well, there are other things I could say, but for filming purposes, that's probably all I'm going to have to say on the matter.
What's your name?
Maddie,
How old are you?
I'm 15.
What are we doing today and what's your thoughts on it?
We're going to great grandma's dead mass. My thoughts are it's stupid because she's been dead for like 2 years now, and I don't see a point on, I guess, bringing back grief for some people. It's not really grief for us, but it might be for some other people in the family. But it's kind of a pain to have to get up early to go to that. The great grandpa doesn't really think about anybody but himself, so
I guess when you're old, you can do that, right?
I'll probably do that when I'm old.
Is that all you have to say?
yes.
What's your name?
My name is Josephine Pettit.
How old are you?
I am 13 old.
What did you say?
I'm 13.
What are we doing today and what's your opinion on it?
We're going to Remembrance Mass, I think. I think it's a Catholic thing.
What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I don't agree with other people are saying when they're calling it stupid, because I think great grandpa is, people don't come and visit him, so I think he's kind of using this as a way to get the whole family over to visit him. And I think it is important to remember grandma or great grandma, but I think everyone thinks it's going to cause grief, but I don't think anyone's going to be crying or anything, so.
Is that all you have to say? My name is Lily Pettit and I'm 14 years old. And today my family is going to this Catholic Mass and we're kind of like in the car, kind of like pre-Mass. So we haven't really gone to it yet and we haven't even seen our family yet. And kind of my thoughts on this is it's not my thing. That's what I would like to say. Because it's not really part of my religion. And so it's kind of a confusing thing for me. Because when we went to something like this, when my grandmother first died 2 years ago, they didn't really include us in the communion and stuff, which is kind of making me think, why did you invite us if you're not going to include us? And I also feel like one of the other people I documented said, I feel like this is kind of like an excuse for my great-grandfather to be with us because he doesn't know what else to do. Because you got to think about, this is 2 years after her death and we're celebrating this. That's a long time after, and you kind of need to let it to go to rest and kind of just let the woman be in peace, is what I think. Everyone's here except great-grandpa. It's like a game of Where's Waldo, except where's great-grandpa? When we walked into the church, our great-grandfather gave us each one of these, and every time we tried to put it in, it literally stabbed us. And poke holes in our shirts. An hour later, Still no great grandpa. So what feedback do you have on the adventure we had today?
Well, first of all, we lost great grandpa. And that was special. And then he called your dad and said, "Who did I call? Who is this?" And then wanted to know if this was his phone number, even though he called him on that phone number. So that's kind of weird. I don't know the whole thing about Mass. We didn't understand most of it. We go to a non-denominational church, and so we understand everything there. That's a little bit weird, but I think that it was nice that they said her name in the hour and a half we were in there. There were a lot of crying babies in the church, right? Like, I don't know, I guess they don't have a cry room or something, or a scream room like they have at our church. There were a lot of screaming babies. And, oh, it was cute because there were these little kids dressed up for their first communion, and they were dressed up in like tuxedos and wedding gowns, basically. I think they call them communion gowns. I don't really know. Some of them were like super fancy with glitter shoes and everything. And so that was nice. That was fun. It was really cute to look at them. And it was nice. The guy who helped with great grandma's funeral, he was there, and he asked your great grandfather if we were going to go to her cemetery or her where she's buried. And Grandpa couldn't hear anything, and he just wanted to go to Golden Corral real bad. See, I told you he'd want to go to Golden Corral. That's the first daggum question he asked when we got out. He said, "Hey, are we going to Golden Corral?" And I was like, "No. As a matter of fact, we're not going to go to Golden Corral because we hate that place." And he goes, "Well, do you want to go to Golden Corral?" And I said, "Well, actually, no. I don't want to go to Golden Corral, and I don't think my kids do either. Let's ask your grandson." And he's like, "What do you want to do? You want to go to Golden Corral?" "No, Grandpa, I want to go to, what was it? Johnny Carino's." He goes, "Oh, I know where that's at." And he goes, "Okay, so you don't want to ride with us?" "No, I don't want to ride with you." And then we lost great grandpa. But we didn't have to eat at Golden Corral. So that was pretty cool.
Is this where that hoarder lives?
So what feedback do you have on the adventure we had today?
Well, let's see here. First off, everybody was kind of weirded out because it was a church that did service differently than us. So that was a pain in the tail. And then great grandpa didn't have his act together. He couldn't tell us what he was wanting us to do. He just was wanting to put flowers on us.
Oh man, these pin flowers.
Yeah, they're yellow roses because great grandma likes the yellow rose, or like the yellow rose. You know, and so, you know, he ends up telling us that the girls were going to bring gifts up.
We didn't know who were the gifts for.
I don't know what the gifts were for. Yeah,
Like, what was even-
Some kids were bringing, you know, the wine and the bread for the body of Christ and, you know, blood of Christ, but the eggs, I couldn't figure out what the eggs were for.
What was in the gifts you were bringing? Like, they were.
They were like a couple of egg cartons and some other stuff.
Listen, eggs are nice when they're scrambled.
So, yeah, so great grandpa was kind of being a pain because he didn't want to share the pew with anybody else because, you know, he wasn't family because he had a reserved pew, which I guess is, I don't know if you paid extra for a reserved pew or not. I don't know. But yeah, it basically was going to go to church just to listen to grandma's name and have my 3 daughters walk up with cartons of eggs for communion. So I didn't understand. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so then you're leaving and invited great grandpa to come eat lunch with us, and he went to the wrong restaurant, and then dropped his suit coat in the car, and it had his phone in it, so he was driving up and down the road trying to find it because he thought the door opened while he was on the road. And
He
then
thought his
lost
jacket
it.
fell out in the middle of this really busy road.
Yeah.
This road that's busy like Virginia.
So I'm thinking Grandpa's got some memory issues, maybe some dementia issues. I'm just starting to think that he's got, he's just not remembering things like he used to. So, but it was an interesting adventure all the same. Those are my thoughts.
What's your feedback on today's adventure?
It was tiring because I had to wake up at 8 a.m. and it wasn't even a mass for Grandma. It was mass. It was church, and I'm not Catholic. So that was awkward.
How come?
Because great grandpa made us go up there and give the priest something and didn't know what to do. And then I basically messed up in front of the entire church too, because I went up there and then I stood to the side, which apparently wasn't supposed to do, but yeah, it was awkward.
Is that all you have to say?
Yeah.
So what feedback do you have on the adventure we had today?
I wouldn't call it adventure. I would call it experience, and not the best one. I saw my family and everything, but we had to walk up in the Catholic church in front of a bunch of people, embarrass ourselves. And on top of that, we're not even Catholic, so we didn't know what to do. And our great grandpa didn't tell us that we were doing that until like right when we got there. I mean, I would have probably not come if I knew I was doing that. And he got lost, so that was funny. Especially when he was like driving up and down the road to find his jacket. But my favorite part was after when we went to our other grandparents and just sat down at the house. Like, not that I don't love my other ones, but I like when we just went home and chilled.
But great grandpa did get found at his house.
Happened to be